There it is. The beat has dropped, and so have the lights. We are ready to bring this one into a matchup. We do have that of Evil Geniuses and the 100 Thieves going toe-to-toe right on Inferno.
Yeah, a fast play into the apartments here. At least for Ethan and Cirque, they throw themselves right into harm's way. But no harm comes their way just yet. It's a slow mid creep, and that's not a nickname for JKS. That's where he finds himself. He's going to start to get out of middle and rejoins the rest of the squad over here at Banana. They're going to group up outside of the B side of the map. Tarek and Breezy lie in wait. And they are about to get tested in a pretty big way. There's a lot of utility here on 100 Thieves. This Molotov on Azza, I think, is going to be pivotal at deciding the outcome of this B push. It has mollied a player out from behind quad, and that was Breezy. Might not matter because everyone is gone. Tarek and Breezy have absolutely annihilated the B play.
Wow.
Never mind the Molotov. The heat's coming from the other side of the squad.
EG was so set up well for that. They only had 2 players inside of B, but one note is Stanislaw was playing in the CT spawn. He wasn't playing long, he was playing deep, allowing him a fast rotation. You see he comes in on CT with a kit double flash, throws him into the site. Tarek peeks out wide from the coffin smoke, and he gets himself 3. Breezy doubling down as well from the mollied out position on oranges, and EG kick-starting us with a pistol round. You love to see it. 100 Thieves had problems, well, not problems. I mean, they won the map yesterday, but they certainly, got taken a distance. 16-13 against Swole Patrol, who took down Liquid earlier on. Now, EG, I'd like to say, is safe to say, is typically better than Swole Patrol, or at least has been in the past. So, certainly makes you a little bit worried for the Inferno pick once again for 100 Thieves.
I don't know, man. It is Season 11. Things are pretty weird already.
Yeah.
If you just witnessed what was the murder of Liquid in the previous series, then that would tell you everything you need to know. Speaking of murders, it's going to be Ethan on an absolute rampage on the Banana.
Oh.
Almost gets done with the P2K right there. But it was the ump in the early stages of the round. Gave him some pretty sweet cash to stack up going forward. So far, so good for the side of EG.
Nice bit of oomph down middle for EG, just forcing fights and closing it out. It's a 2-0 lead. But by design rather, 100 Thieves coming in for the pie in round number 3, and we've still got a bonus round being run by EG, so chance for 100 Thieves to get on the board nice and early here. 1 Krieg on Azza, AKs on the rest of the boys. And 2 UMPs in play with a couple of Famases, so certainly not perfect for EG, but they've got great utility, and we know this banana control, as shown by Rush, is a crucial part of this CT side. 3 players over there early on, and grenades, I imagine, going down.
Yeah, look at it in action right there. You can't miss it. Good stuff, though. The Molotov is going to be extinguished, and Liaz is going to find the opening frag. He's not going to be alone. Tarek is in the banana with him. Gratisfaction with the spray. And now B is open for business. 5 alive for the 100 Thieves so far, and 3 for a retake here from EG. Stanislaw, Cirque, and Breeze, they're going to have to transition over at some point, unless they just say, you know what, perhaps, just perhaps, we save these weapons.
See, where Kierby has shaky aim, Grat has like wavy aim. That was an interesting flick there onto the player down at Banana, and this should just be the B site locked in now for 100 Thieves. That smoke goes down, and if that makes them change their mind, you're going to be kicking them. You're going to be kicking yourself. I kind of love this call from EG. I think this is so interesting. Such a great decision to have made. They rotate a player over towards B. They drop a smoke at the top of this B site. And now if you're 100 Thieves, you're anticipating there's at least 1 player here because of that smoke that goes in. Now, I think what EG were hoping for is that maybe 100 Thieves would just fall back and go for the A play once that smoke goes down. And if they did, they would have been walking into the 3-man stack. Now, even though 100 Thieves still get this B site and the round proceeds exactly like it was going to, these 3 players can just save over here on A. They can hold on to these weapons. They can keep them into this next round. And it still gave you a chance of forcing 100 Thieves into that stack. So a nice little detail there, and I wonder if we're going to see them elect to do that again in the event that you lose that B site control early on.
Win the first 2, lose the third. CSGO recipe for success.
Classic start to the game, but again, remember that was, attempted banana control with SMGs for EG, getting aggressive, getting in the face, and getting punished, most importantly. We won't see those kind of blasé pushes without appropriate utility behind it for a while, I'd like to think. So more buying back in for EG. They can throw a gun over towards Tarek. Ethan can afford one himself. And things can be all fine and dandy moving forward. That's if they want to buy. but would make sense to.
5 rifles kept alive over there for 100 Thieves. They're not going to have to do much but purchase up some brand new utility, which would appear as though they have done. Full set on everybody. And rifles, 1 SMG, and, well, 1 from Moss there for the side of EG.
Well, the mollies are down. Liaz is still out. Grenades right down middle do very minimal damage. 100 Thieves taking the top of Banana, but not quite yet. The smoke down for Liaz on top of the Molotov wall. Waste a few seconds as they hold on to this position. The rest of the team still moving up middle and ult as well. Very passive setup from EG. After losing 2 early picks in the previous round, they've fallen back into just in the center of the site. Cirque is still peering out on long, but not for long. Another resmoke coming in, a double boost. We've been there. Oh, God. Dink even coming through.
Damn.
Ethan through the smoke.
I think Liaz is quite happy now that he wasn't the one who was thrown up into that boost. Grass Faction takes one to the dome, but it's not a kill to come through for EG. This banana control attempted, and that might be 100 Thieves go at it, coming to a close. They actually do pull the bomb back now towards B to rejoin Liaz. Already heard that Azza is looking to micromanage this team a little bit more. So it wouldn't surprise me if we often see him in with the pack, trying to lead with the rest of the gang. And all this utility going into the B site. This is going to make things very hot and heavy, but not for Ethan. This man is wearing a fire blanket. He is immune, but not immune to bullets. That was his second weakness on the list. Cirque gonna get 1, but he does get traded in through the smoke there. Man advantage maintained here for 100 Thieves. JKS turning his attention down towards Banana, and Stanislaw goes walking, meandering into his crosshair, leaving Breezy all alone, 1 on 3. And he's just here to enjoy the nature, enjoy the view. Really just taking in the smell of the roses. This second round comes to a close. 100 Thieves are gonna tie it up early on.
I was about to hand you a tissue, but then I understood. Fair enough. Tie ball game, 2-2.
Yeah, some nice B executes from the Aussies so far into this game. Question is, EG, what's the long-term plan to deal with that? Of course, they've got an eco around this rifle. Gonna have money moving forward after that, though. 100 Thieves are the second best flash assist rate in the last 3 months on Inferno T side. That is a great stat to have. So like said, you know, we talk about them picking, you know, this map 4 times in Cato, only winning it 3 of those 4 times. Only winning it 1 of those 4 times, losing 3 of them, only getting a victory versus Tai Lu. But as said, they had no problems in practice. It's just the results in the officials where things go awry. Well, at least the flashbangs are good. At least they've got the basics locked down for 100 Thieves. The numbers don't lie. And at 2-2, it should be a third here for the T side. Eco round, great grenades up the top of Banana. Liaz doesn't get boosted, but does still get dunked.
An attempt at boosting this rifle down for the mid-peak. He might get off with a kill here. Finds a lot of damage onto Jacob, and now with 2 of these players low, 100 Thieves, they can't afford to fall into this trap of giving too much respect the way of EG here, when they've only got this 1 rifle in play. Because with 2 players low, and time, still a chance to become a problem here for 100 Thieves. This round is not as clean-cut as it might look. 3 players stacked up over towards this B site right now for Evil Geniuses. Smoke down over on the CT, and that's just going to lead to this 3-man stack being held. This is not where the bomb is looking to end up, though. They're going to go back towards mid, setting up outside of the A site now. Top mid control taken. Nobody rotating early, hoping that these 2 USPs are able to do anything over here at the A side of the map.
Ooh, the entries in. The dink from the USP finds almost a kill onto Grat, down to 2. 2 kills inside of the site, 20 seconds, 100 Thieves just being methodical, clearing everything, and that's a smart decision, not letting this eco slip away due to a lack of clearing positions. Gratis Faction now to tuck in and hide inside of the site while the retake is attempted. Breezy still has that gun, and with 2 HP on the cards, this crossfire could fall very, very fast. As are watching the back, though, gets a crucial kill, and it's only down to this rifle now. Breezy might just give it another save, or at least get some exit kills here, try and take down 100 Thieves as they try and leave the bomb site. And that they will.
It's a bit unfortunate. They tried to boost him over there in the cubby, but the player that was designed to be on the bottom with the pistol just gets taken out before they're able to assemble it. And, you know, if Breezy gets up into that boost, he could have done a hell of a lot of damage. Gratisfaction was low in the bomb site. There was a player in Graveyard that would have been visible as well. So you definitely could have done some economic damage there if that boost had come through. 100 Thieves, they mitigate that danger well, though, and they get this round back under control to secure the lead now early on. 3-2 up over on this T side, but a reinvestment is coming back in for Evil Geniuses.
Map pick of 100 Thieves. It didn't start how they wanted it to, but it is there now. But let's see what EG can do with these weapons. AWP on Cirque's hand. We're going to be looking for big things from him in this round. He's going to go ahead and cross middle. The peak, little does he know, Grat on the ramp with the Krieg. Scary stuff all alone. He's going to get out of there.
He missed the timing. They got up ult really fast. I wonder if that's info that EG are going to be ready for. You can see they've got a triple B setup, so a kill on Breezy could win this round instantly. Cirque will do, but he's going to hit the shot. There's a second man here. JKS making noise, and Breezy needs to be ready for it. Grenade won't get that trade. Cirque is so low, but he's been given a second chance at life. Posted towards the boiler. The rotate is back in off of B after the grenades have asserted banana control for EG. They won't take it. They will just leave 100 Thieves without it. As those 4 Ts walk up towards the top of middle and get ready for an A-site attack.
Yeah, so what this means for 100 Thieves is like they've tried to feign this top mid control, but now even as they go back to the B side of the map, they were locked out of banana early on, so they actually have to clear all of these angles once again. And this is going to cost you precious time with only 50 seconds left, and this play looking like it wants to end up down towards the B site. You've got to get a move on now over on the 100 Thieves side. Smoke gets thrown in out from spawn. That there is a CT smoke, and that's going to block off Tarek, but he's got a good bit of time here to set himself up inside of the site. He now starts to close the gap. The flashes go in. Tarek in the pool, and nobody checked it. Nobody checked dead ahead. They're too busy looking left and right. And that's Tarek doubling up. Bomb plant will come in. A 2 versus 4 required here from JKS and Gratisfaction if they want to pick up this 4th round.
Yeah, you got to go for it. You do have a kid on Breezy, no options, but the peek over the top. JKS catches the kit player. They need to go back and grab that, and they haven't. Another kill. JKS taking matters into his own hands. Time is ticking, and opportunities dwindling. Cirque is stalling up with the banana. He might not even go for this, but walking back into the angle. JKS doesn't expect the late peek, and Grat now has to clutch it out. The 1-on-2, he gets a kill, but the trade is there, and the kit is so deep. He finds it, and he's going to have time for the defuse as well. That was actually retrieved via Ethan in this spawn. So heads up play by Breezy, I guess, who lost it, to get that information along. 3-3 for EG. They do bounce back in the retake.
Also a look out there for what JKS was accomplishing in the round. Picking up some frags, staying back, trying to keep his eye on what was banana. And well, as the CSGO story is told, it gets timinged. So unfortunate stuff does get off in the back. As you can tell, he's a pretty big driving force in holding that round together towards the end, but Cirque does prevail. We do see a tie game, 3-3.
Oh, attempting the banana peek, and it's going to get messy here. Damage done either way, and somehow EG managed to get out with the advantage. They find a 5-on-4, but at quite the cost. Cirque is brought down low. Ethan and Tarek both tagged there through the smoke as well. And an immediate rotation from Cirque back here towards Longside. This is going to feel devastating if you're 100 Thieves. That smoke comes in over from Arch, and that has sent 100 Thieves back for the time being. I'm loving how mobile Cirque's being. Throws that smoke over towards Longside. Now goes back to B. And I think he's hoping that 100 Thieves are going to see that long Arch side smoke come in and read into this as still being a stacked A side of the map.
Yeah, but that smoke leads me to believe that they're going to make their way up porch, or at least clearing top mid for the time being. They've shown presence here, and yes, they are going to start to walk back. They're going to leave just Gratisfaction up at the top of middle for a little bit, hanging around. A re-smoke, or at least a smoke over there towards library, Arch side. It's going to continue to keep EG at bay on the A site. However, they're walking into a 3-man stack here for what is set up inside of the B site, what is defending this B site on the Evil Genius's side.
Yeah, 100 Thieves threw a smoke that feigns a CT flank, so that's why Cirque is watching for it in the ruins right now. He's going to be the safeguard, the man at the back as he goes through the smoke. Tarek lines up one, Cirque gets a trade and somehow stays alive in the pool. The bomb getting picked back up and planted. Cirque can set up for the retake as a 3-on-2 goes down inside of this B site. It's going to be a double banana flank. JKS, he did work in last post plant on B, but he's going to have to do even more now if they want to pick up this round.
Yeah, half the time ticked off for this bomb. Flashbang now set up for this retake, and that's going to let these players get out from Banana. Azza tries to swing for the re-peek. Looks to get that trade, and that's where the double Banana setup will prevail. Krieg's picked up AWP as well. And that'll be EG securing the lead once again over 100 Thieves. Not quite enough to keep them in this post plant. Stanislaw, great spray transfer there to find both of those kills. Worrying sign already is this fantastic start from Cirque over on the CT side. We kind of mentioned he could be the X factor here for EG. And if he keeps this up, then you really don't envy 100 Thieves' position right now.
Cirque so keen to fight middle. I like the confidence, but nothing to be found. And he's missed this timing before. The Apps play coming through for 100 Thieves. Only 2 on A right now. Stan is running on rotation. That smoke stalls things out. Breezy waits by it. They run through. The flash is so white. Jacob gets out entry, but Cirque trades right back, dropping the bomb. And another one. Gratisfaction hits the floor. And Cirque, he wants more. Oh, he hits the wall bang. Cirque. Wow. JKS down to 30. He's going back in, though. Commits to the swing. JKS can get this bomb back on the site. Azza has joined him as well with that plant. But Tarek could go right through the smoke and put an end to this. The flash is going to hold him back, and the plant is allowed.
Oh, JKS and Azza, they chain that together to win out the 2-on-3. Cirque delivering some more splendid moments over at the A-bomb site, but not quite enough to see that round through for EG. The fact he even hits the wall bang onto JKS is just mental. But it wasn't enough to get them the round.
Yeah, I feel like if that nade doesn't hit Tarek in the face, EG are going to retake before the bomb's even planted. They're going to get through that moto smoke. They're going to fight, and maybe it goes better for them there. But without it, 100 Thieves, storming start to this map, 40 rounds. Double Apps push with a third in Boiler. EG taking matters into their own hands here. 100 Thieves are watching for it very passive down the bottom and middle. That's JKS, but he's only holding a bit of an angle. They can cross and catch a timing. They can even go above him if they full flank. Cirque is certainly considering it.
And he's not alone. Breeze is there to help him out. So perhaps they do push up in the halls. That could give him some fruits, but for now, the labor is still being done. Speaking of putting in the work, it's going to be 100 Thieves with banana control up to this point. Ethan should be able to hear some of these grenade pins being pulled, and he's going to re-smoke. A response there. Cirque with the push.
Look at this, man. This timing from Cirque could make or break this round for EG. They will check for him. And it's only 1 kill. Breezy now hidden in the boiler. 1D. Come on, Breezy. Only 1 this time around on the Deagle. Stanislaw now. His CZ's got to be tried and true, and he somehow gets away with 1 before that trade kill comes in. 2-on-2 in the post plant. Azza was able to see this last round through to the end, and he looks to do it again. Helped out there by Liaz with the triple kill. And a 5th round will grace the scoreboard for 100 Thieves. Already in the early stages of this first map of this series, it's already keeping up with the promise of being a close game.
Yeah, I think we're going the distance of this one. EG being put to the test on the first half of Inferno. Their money has been broken, battered and bruised. They're down to 2K a player. Those are some great stats about Cirque. 11 and 5, really top of the charts right now in the server. One of the players we expected to really have a strong series here. That remains likely. A aggression down mid. Jacob, double porch setup to deal with, and a man on long. Az is going to find the first blood, and they deal with the eco very easily. Swift as can be, 4 kills, just the B player running for the hills, and it should be 6 for 100 Thieves.
Should be. Don't see that being any different than you have diagnosed there, Hugo. P2K not known for its winnability.
Certainly not in situations like this, right? You know, one thing I was going to touch on is how Azza mentioned in that interview I was referencing when we spoke to Jacob as to how they wanted to work on discipline. And then that was something that, you know, Jacob kind of echoed in his interview that he gave us before this game. You know, I almost wonder if you're EG, does this mean 100 Thieves, they are going to be playing maybe a slightly different brand of Counter-Strike to what you're used to? You know, we mentioned that these teams have a bit of a history when it comes to playing each other. It has normally been EG besting them there. But the most recent example we have to go off of, 100 Thieves, A, were able to pick that up, and B, have come into this event saying that they've made a couple of changes. You know, they've gone back, they've tried to diversify that playbook, and I think, you know, that's something that could maybe try and tip them across the edge here. 6-4 up, obviously it's still early days. Partial investment now from EG to try and disrupt this round.
Stan keeps throwing this molly. It's a safe molly mid. You don't have to peek, and you can just throw it down without... Oh, dear, it gets blocked. Oof. I think, yeah, Breezy or Cirque blocked him there while throwing the nade. Unfortunate way that goes down, considering it was a smoke shot for Liaz, but they get revenge. They blow him up. So it's not all bad. 4 on 4, and the eco is still here for EG. Half buy, rather. They are in for a world of hurt. They don't realize Jacob has crept into this position, and he can strike. B is clear, and that's a 7th round.
And I love this. Now, what you do is Jacob, the guard dog, gets those first 2 kills, and then you just let him off the leash. He tries to tear it up over in CT. And while he does fall prey to Cirque, he brings him down very, very low in that engagement. That's an easy mop-up kill for Gratisfaction. Breezy is the last man left in the server here for EG. And a 1v3 to find. Was looking for a gun, but they've removed it. They've taken that away from him. A 7th round now on the board. 7-4 up. Money back in the tank, though, for Evil Geniuses. Reinvestment coming in, and a double AWP setup maybe looking to come out with Ethan and Cirque both donning those weapons. That will be the case.
Yeah, Cirque's having a tear today. Now, maybe Ethan, you know, can do what he has to do with AWP, but definitely keeping our eyes on Cirque. 12-7 currently. He's putting up some pretty good numbers there. Impact kills, moreover. Drawing back to that round with JKS. Fast alt play here from the side of 100 Thieves. Molotov's in the window. And also Breeze playing towards the end of apartments. They could begin to split this A site of some way. Utility's gonna be out. Here comes Cirque with that big AWP we talked about. Gets caught out in the open behind his smoke, down to 13 HP, and he's gonna try to get out of there before Azure comes through the smoke. Tarek will be there, though. Unfortunate timing. Cirque still in the fight. Fighting from the site, 2v2. Liaz Azza, Cirque Ethan. Neck and neck.
Oh,
there's the shot. Finally, Cirque falls. He's been alive in this round somehow way too long. And the second op on Ethan. Maybe he's going to try to get back in the round, but he doesn't have a kit, does have a smoke, doesn't even have head armor.
There's got to be a kit dropped on the site somewhere. But even so, I think he's realizing this one's a little bit too far done. 8 rounds to 100 Thieves. His T-side has just been non-stop here.
Ruthless.
And more often than not, going towards this B site as well. Just you know, EG know it, and that's the hardest part about Inferno. Sometimes you know where they're going, you still can't stop them, right? These early triple setups towards B, 100 Thieves, you know, taking mid control, losing a man, going back towards a late B exec, and often closing it out. Well, now they've done back-to-back A rounds, keeping EG on their toes. And Liaz with 3 kills in that one. It's going to be a saved AWP, and that's all they have to show for it.
And that's the thing, you know, like these kind of, like the long wrap that we just saw from Azza, these kind of plays weren't too uncommon from the 100 Thieves lot to begin with, but I think we're already seeing the timing of which they choose to execute these is just making a lot more sense now. You know, they're playing it safe, and they're waiting for these little hints or for their teammates to set them up over on the 100 Thieves side. That long push there, right, Azza times it to perfection. He waits till he hears that AWP rotating away. and catches the long player completely unaware. So the setup was in and everything looked good. In this round, that AWP has been put in the hands of Cirque. I like to see that. He tried to open this round up with a peek down through mid. Now, it didn't go their way. What's the game plan now for 100 Thieves? Cirque comes rotating over towards this B side of the map. Azza gonna be the first man in. Cirque naded down there on the back of that utility. Flash for Ethan, and he does get one, but Azza on a tear, looking for magic number 3. Not quite able to deal with Tarek. This is getting risky. This bomb is here alone. Graz Faction gets that kill, and it is a must-win kill at that. Because if the bomb gets dropped over at Banana with a second player in rotation and JKS all the way over in mid, that round was over. Now they're given some time to rejoin each other here. Stanislav's got to have the read, and he has read it well. Anticipates that this is going to be the A commitment. Might try peeking into this, and oh, he almost caught a timing there. In fact, he actually has. CZ's done so much damage. Gratisfaction, 35 points of health, 30 seconds left on this clock as well. He tries to accelerate into the A bomb site. Stanislaw now armed to the teeth with this Krieg. Gratisfaction, is he ready for this short peek? Timing is everything here, and Stanislaw, very, very quick, is able to mop him up. EG, with just pistols and that one AWP on the back of Cirque, they're able to get around, and it's the pistols delivering everything.
And you're going to notice right there just how perfectly Stanislaw played that arch position. He was shouldering. He was not really exposing himself. He had to have known that they were coming that way. Of course, in the very beginning, it is a gamble for him to go back to A. Pays off in this notion, and he played that one to perfection. Good job there on Stanislaw, and that's going to put another round on the board for EG. As this half is really went by pretty fast, all things considered. We're already on round number 14. Yeah,
really quick rounds on this T side. They've been exciting, and obviously as Inferno is, a lot of saves for EG, a lot of rounds where, you know, out of the gate, you've decided it's over because you've lost so much significant map control. The Thieves been doing a great job of forcing those saves through the smoke, through the flames. Azza gets into Banana. That nade could be big. Pretty underwhelming. The spray, the same. JKS gets one, traded back, and Grat goes through the smoke as well. The fearlessness on 100 Thieves is really showing through. He can just bail. He knows there's another man on B, and 100 Thieves is just going to double down. A is a solo player.
Yeah, they saw that double B hold on the back of getting those 2 kills still remaining, and now they try and pick up the pace. They try and catch Breezy while he's flying solo, and he does get shut down. Smoke is going to cut Tarek out of the round, and with it, this should be a 9th for 100 Thieves, right? 2 versus 4 in the retake. AWP in the hands of Ethan. He is not leaving this B site anytime soon. It's all just a question of, you know, what can Tarek do? And ultimately, his best thing is to save. He backs out, hangs around for a bit, doesn't want to get caught exiting from that smoke, sees his opportunity and seizes it. 9-5 though.
If this is a double-digit half, that is excellent for 100 Thieves. Stealing rounds away, as their name suggests. It's going to be exit attempts going unsuccessful. No one can get up to B in time. It's not a problem when you're on 9. Money is flowing for this T side, and not quite the same case for EG. They've got to buy, of course, and we'll just have enough for the rifles. Double AWP even coming through as well. So, good chance to get the final one on the board. Definitely going to struggle to run these quad B setups with double AWP though, for sure. So we're not going to see that. Just 2 players going there early on.
So going to try his hand at the mid peak. There is a player concealed down in the tunnels. That was Jacob. Ethan's AWP rings out over here at B, but he's lost his teammate Tarek to nades there. The utility usage continuing to come in clutch for 100 Thieves has kept them in this round, kept it in a 4-on-4. Breezy gets thrown up in this boost. This is a dirty little angle. JKS, is he going to be ready for it? Ooh, nearly. Nearly.
Little cat and mouse game.
Oh, nearly. Oh, there it is. There's the peak, and JKS is going to win it. Now they get the information that a second player is close, and that was where Jacob was meant to capitalize and get that second kill. He wasn't quite able to manage it, and Stanislaw has actually dropped this bomb down in middle. This is a huge round from Stan, and now he disappears into the apartments, into the mist, into the smoke and mirrors. JKS now all alone, and Cirque already on the angle is going to cement that 6th round there for EG. 9-6 at the end of that first half. 100 Thieves, they still have the lead, but EG are hot on their heels. Join us after a quick break, and we're going to see how Inferno shapes up.
Well, the two teams that we have in front of us are both ranked out of 8 and number 7 across the ESL World Rankings, and you can see right now that the numbers are shaping up to give us a pretty good game thus far. Evil Genius is not really able to contain that of the 100 Thieves on their T side, and now we're going to switch it up. Now we're going to run it back the other way. Some real heroics, though, across the map. A few clutches coming out, and well, that left us with a 9-6 half.
Yeah, excellent performance from JKS coming into this game as well. He's had 3 multi-kill rounds. He's top of the entire board for his team, at least, rivaled by that of Cirque on the AWP. But we saw a lot of B entries from this man. Well, not the one on our screens now, JKS at least, and even the post-plant clutches as well on that B site. EGT side now, got to take the pistol if they want to level up, and they're going to fast play it towards B. Liaz spamming away, does do some damage, but his teammate dead in the meantime has to give it up. Holding on for one shot before he departs this angle, but the flashbang will decide for him. It's a decoy, and he falls for it. So did I. Showing those $50 grenades have some value after all.
Not just good for causing damage on knife rounds.
That too.
Ooh. Gratisfaction trying to get the reload off, but obviously you got to assemble the CZ. He's put it back together, he's taken it apart, and now he takes Cirque apart as well. The CZ works up in the apartments. However, this B site, if you listen closely, you can hear the crickets chirping. There's nobody here for 100 Thieves. However, the stampede of footsteps from EG, that will disrupt the silence here over towards the B side of the map. Stanislaw, the man about to plug in the numbers on this bomb. 100 Thieves setting up for the retake. All 4 players coming in from CT. That means there is no one over here at Banana. And this frees Tarek up massively to make plays later in the round. You just got to rely on Ethan and Stanislaw to do the damage and leave him in a doable spot at the end of things. Damage already done onto Gratisfaction. Ethan holding close here by the coffins. Tarek doubling down, and this pistol round is over. If you blinked, you missed it, because all those kills come in a matter of seconds. I do feel sorry for our observer there, Bastion. I don't know how he chooses who to pick, much like I don't know how the folks over at GGBet would choose how to pick with this one. These odds pretty even as far as it gets. So 1.63 for EG, 2.17 for 100 Thieves. Haven't really shifted too much from where they were at the start of this series, in spite of this lead from the 100 Thieves squad.
That is for the series, of course. Train coming up next, and even a third of potentially Nuke. But that's a long way away right now. Still undecided as to where Inferno goes. Grenades up Banana will go towards B. Nice nades in response, but nothing too significant. We see 100 Thieves playing a classic default slow round where they have the smokes to try and cut down the round time. Unfortunately, you haven't used the smokes, and EG have gone for a contact play, so they're going to get ahead of this utility. 2 kills for Cirque, and that's a round done. Unfortunate. They had a smoke ready. They were about to throw it down. They were waiting for utility to give away the fact that EG were pushing B, but contact plays rule them all in this round. And 8 on the T side. The comeback starts to appear.
Nine to 8. Still 1 round there for the 100 Thieves in their direction. Gonna take some head armor into the next round, provided they don't get hunted down, because Tarek is not too far away from the hive that is the 100 Thieves. Gonna be saving towards this A site. Doesn't look like the rest of the geniuses want to catch up. So this round's gonna finish just like that. Settled. Look at this. Cirque. A mad lad. Mac 10 drive-bys all day. Day. Here in the B site.
Skrr.
Skrr. I had to get it out there. Sorry.
Plenty more where that came from, Trace.
Perhaps.
We'll save it for a rainy day. 9-8. And the save has continued in this round too. Pistols dragged on for a later round. Gratisfaction crosses safely. No one spotted that. But the grenade will come in regardless. He's not going to get damaged. Molly sends him back or forward. He will choose the safe option of the 2. Smoke towards middle to buy time in this round. They only have 3. Need to use them wisely.
Oh, there was a timing when no one was looking at Boiler. They'd completely discounted it. Gratisfaction now getting a bit antsy, starting to want to accelerate the pace in this round, although showing restraint for the time being. EG going to start to group up over here in top mid. Cirque missing that Deeg shot there. That could have been an opener for 100 Thieves. Or for EG, rather. If you're 100 Thieves, you're very, very happy with this. You hear EG taking top mid and you're rubbing your hands together. Boys, they might do it. They might come to A. Let's see if they do, because they've got top mid control. They got 45 seconds left, and with no one down on Banana, if you're going to go B, it's got to be through CT. So I don't see that happening here for Evil Geniuses. Maybe if they deal with JKS, we see this strategy change. But this is looking like the A commitment. 35 seconds now as they group up over on short side. These pistols, they've been waiting all round to have their say, and they finally get that chance now. The first kill comes in. It's left, it's right, and it's unclear who's winning it for the time being. Down in the pit, Az is trying to stay alive. JKS will get one. It comes down to the wire with just Stanislaw surviving. 9-9 though, all tied up. Lots of damage done in that round there. 100 Thieves, they posted themselves up right where they want to be heading into round number 19. If they pick this one up, they break the economy of EG. And from there, they can start to build this lead up once again.
And a good play there by Breeze, fully committing to kill that player inside of the pit. That does, of course, leave the last kill going in the way of EG, but it's a totally different ending to that round. Should he have not committed, and should he have not gotten that kill?
Yeah, I mean, being stuck in the site, if Stan was there, even if he gets JKS on long, the man inside of the pit can just choose what fights to take and can buy a lot of time. Not going to be allowed in this one, though. JKS is stuck between two Molotovs in the banana, but no one there to capitalize. The smoke's in his face, and the same back in mid as well. Cirque gets cut off by util. Gratisfaction's got his AWP on the CT side. We didn't see him lean towards it in the terrorist half. But here on long, with a solo B setup, support coming in from the form of Jacob. And that might be a bit of a mistake considering EG are setting their way towards B. JKS needs to at least get the info. Now, he has a Molotov, but he's given up banana with no information. So we should see the rotate back. And yes, Jacob is going to begin that bit of a sneak as EG do the same, going back for these contact plays up on the B site.
Banana control, though, they are ready to pounce on the B site. And just waiting inside of the site will be that of Jacob and his friend in JKS. A real savage at times. Perhaps we'll see him pop off on one of these B hits. But for now, the bomb has worked its way back up towards the top of Alt. And it looks to be heading into the apartments, where it's going to be meeting up with Tarek.
Oh, the double fade. This is his second bout of utility going into the B site. There isn't a follow-up behind it, but Cirque does go in and get a kill. Now he can leave because he's already drawn a rotation over towards B. And now I think 100 Thieves started to realize this can't be the case. There's no one out. There's no bomb. 10 seconds. Liaz in the pit holding the line. Az are doing the same. A killer piece. The bomb dropped to their feet and a 10th round gifted over. EG, they do a great job of forcing a third man towards B and getting that kill inside of the site. But past that, 100 Thieves do not fall for it. Both players running that A-side crossfire and shutting down the round with 10 seconds remaining.
And this is where, you end up in that awkward spot now if you're EG, with two players surviving and the ability to reinvest on two more. You can feel the buy in this round, but it's about looking at the longevity, right? They throw an investment in here. They've got themselves the AWP to play around with as well on Cirque and that Krieg, 2 Galils alongside it, but it's not great. And so, yeah, they've delayed that economy reset, I guess, by investing here. But you need this to give you some results, or else 100 Thieves, they can start to run away with this one.
Oh, Sneaky does it. Already up banana. Grat's got to run through the smoke, bailing from this position. Gets away with his life, yeah.
He got out. That did get a little scary for him, I'm sure of it. Brings JKS down to just above half at 58 HP. And again, the B stack early in the rounds here from EG. Going to dump some utility in the site. This time I think they're going to go for it. They're going to commit with it with the bomb. Running straight across. It's Breeze and Tarek with the opening frags.
Oh, Liaz even knew. He was so aware that Cirque was there. Hits the dink, but nothing past that. The AWP can get saved, but it is a lost round. You don't see that every day. An AWP walking up lane while you've got a B execute coming in with pistols and a couple of guns as well. It works really well for EG. I feel like they wanted Cirque to be the first contact there, but he couldn't find a fight. Because when are you ever, as a CT team, especially on Inferno, going to lose an AWP on A and go, oh yeah, that's a fake for sure. That's a bait. Because you never see an AWP lurk. In theory, it doesn't make sense. But hey, that's why it's so wonderful. Cirque, he gets a kill, gets traded, 10-10.
It didn't look like they actually wanted the double AWPs in this round. Stan tried to go running back to grab the Krieg at the last minute. I just don't think he was able to get there in time. Not every day that you see a double AWP T-side. For EG, maybe this means they have to slow down. Although I always argue that Cirque is one of these players who can keep the pace very, very high, even with the AWP on the T side of this map.
If Chad is watching this, he's probably having hot sweats right now coming down on his forehead, seeing 2 T AWPs on Inferno.
Well, the thing about Chad is he always predicts against the 100 Thieves, and it makes sense, right? If you think about superstitions.
Yeah, jinxing.
Now, in this case, in this round at least, Cirque has found an AWP kill that's definitely going to make it a little bit easier to take this A bomb site. However, Liaz just missing the first shot of the Dig. Now he finds his second one. It's going to be on the Breeze. Dropping a Molotov. Azer's going to back off, try to retreat into the site. Tarek runs straight through it, but the timing doesn't play into his favor. Perhaps he can get himself set up into a corner and find a kill.
This doesn't even look like it's going to be the A commitment, right? That bomb is still back on T ramp, and while they've got a man down long, and Tarek's doing a great job of mopping these players up, with the banana control being held, I think a lot of it's going to come down to this next fight. And there you go. Tarek manages to slip by. That there is the bomb retrieved by Stan. He leaves banana. They're going to go back to it now and go for this B site execute. Rotation's already in from 100 Thieves,
Unlucky.
and yeah, they're now going to realize exactly what's up.
What a call. That's a really, really nice mid-round adjustment, considering you get Tarek out. And, like, you know, it would have been so easy to just hit A there after he kills that Grave player. He's already got a kill on long. He kills another inside of the site, and then he finds a B rotate. And that B rotate in library smoked off, and therefore makes it cool just to execute into the empty site. Nice reaction, and an 11th round on this T side. EG, you know, 100 Thieves T-half was so damn good, but EG are, you know, giving them a run for their money, I guess. A taste of their own medicine.
And there's a reason that these two teams are so closely ranked within the ESL World Rankings. I mean, as we said, it's EG currently sitting at number 7, 100 Thieves at number 8.
And, you know, getting out of this round with the Krieg might not seem like much, but it's actually, that's actually perfect for 100 Thieves. As is able to drop an AWP into the fray, that can get its way into the hands of Gratisfaction. So finally you have a bit of AWPing power to try and answer back against Cirque. On top of that, with the Krieg getting held, you know, just a stellar CT side weapon across the board. So,
yeah, you're not wrong. Well, the double op over there for the T side has been removed. Just Cirque now with AWP, sitting on 20 frags in later stages of this game.
Oh, the grenades. Oh, look at the damage. Jacob and JKS tagged up by the utility. And EG given top B, they're not even going to hang around. They're just going to ditch it because it's so common. You see more and more teams doing this nowadays. So retake a banana with that smoke and the Molotov coming over. Big kill for Grat. Does take down Cirque. A boost up on Liaz is not going to be expected after seeing the AWP in the same position. Grat coming back in for more towards a boiler as well. Third player even here. Grat can now look elsewhere because Liaz has got their attention fixated. 2 kills, going in for a spray, and he's going to mop up 3. Him and Grat shut it down, and 100 Thieves win the round. 11-11. Trace, you just said it. I mean, neck and neck in the rankings. These guys really are neck and neck in the series as well. 11-11 in a 3-map predictive best of 3.
yeah, even though they get that round win, they call in a US Air Force tactical timeout over on the side of 100 Thieves. Now, we needed to have some sort of adjustment over towards this A side of the map. I think, you know, in terms of Inferno, in terms of my impressions of 100 Thieves, this B site hold between JKS and Jacob has always been pretty damn good. Over towards A, there's been some real vulnerabilities though, and that triple porch setup there is enough to win them that 11th round. But that's not something you can do every single round over on the CT side, right? Like, throwing it in more than once is even risky enough in and of itself. It has to be very much a catching EG by surprise affair. So calling this tactical pause now to try and figure out how to replicate that success going forward here over on the CT side.
Yeah, it goes EG, 100 Thieves, and then coming in at number 9 would be FaZe Clan, followed by Vitality. FaZe Clan off to a pretty good start in their group thus far in EPL.
Yeah. Took down Tyloo in the opening day. They play against Mouse Sports tomorrow, but that's all for the EU side of things. For now, we're staying in NA, and oh my god, this is so NA. Look at how far Stan is. 133, and he's up long. He's in the A site now, flanking these players. Liaz has no idea. He's going to go down. Azza holding his own in the pit, but only for a moment. Breezy will take him down as well. It's going to be an A site take, going well for EG. Guns can be swapped out, and plant can be found inside of the site.
Bomb plant, 3v3, full HP for all the remaining members of the 100 Thieves. That smoke's gonna cause a problem for Brad. He cannot get into the fight from here. There isn't even really a one-way left for him to look towards pit. He's trying to find it. Really scary stuff.
It's gonna have to be a save.
Yeah, and there you go. They're out. They're gone on to B. That's another round for EG. 12-11.
Bitter pill to swallow. Really, really sucks, that one, because, you know, that round lasts 20 seconds. It's Stan just charging up long, somehow catching every gap, every timing, through the smoke, through the mollies, and getting into that A site, flanking the pit players. Liaz doesn't even see him. Just gets shot in the back. Oh, Tarek just about gets away with that AWP.
The other reason why that's so sick from EG is that comes off the back of the tactical pause from 100 Thieves, right? They know that it's going to be a change coming in from the 100 Thieves side. And so the change up in that round was they tried to play 3 players over towards B early on. I'm imagining because they wanted to try and set Gratisfaction up later in that round for a 4-man stack over towards the A site. That never even comes through because of the sheer pace from EG. And when you combine, you know, the ability to run that fast with a man like Cirque, with locking down mid. You don't have to worry about those early peaks. Run boost, very, very fast. But somehow Cirque is faster. The flashes are good over towards top Banana. And Ethan will come in with that trade to secure the B site. That bomb still back towards T-stairs. EG have got to go get it. But the red carpet has been rolled out here at B as a lone defender trying to make a difference.
Red carpet out. Here comes the doorman and Azar to try to shut him down. Mo's down too. And it's just Tarek that can finally silence him. Just Liaz as well over there for the side of 100 Thieves. Try to reclaim this site. Looks like he's going to go for it. Does have a nade, does have a flash, does have a kit.
Does have a chance. Question is, where are these two players situated? Cirque and Tarek, crossfire established. Cirque is committed. If he has pre-fires this angle, he can't get away with a free 1 kill. And he's going to go for it, but Cirque is quicker on the trigger, and the AK will take the headshot. Free AWP taken back by Cirque even. On EG 13-11 on this T side. Coming alive at the end of the half here. Sorry, in the second half rather. Only 2 CT rounds for 100 Thieves.
That shot, insane from Cirque, and then his positioning in that 2v1 with Stellar as well, right? Plays it down in pool. Not an angle you're going to be looking at if you're Liaz coming around, right? You're anticipating that they're both just battened down inside of the bomb site. That is not the case. And another reason why that's so good is, you know, you imagine if he comes from CT, Cirque, A, still in an off angle, B, would get that information nice and early. We'll hold that thought because suddenly there's an explosion of gunfire and utility down towards Banana, and we're throwing into this 4-on-4 very, very quickly. Jacob is about to get flashed, but he turns away from it and does catch Breezy trying to go aggro in towards the top of Banana. Rotation has come in preemptively from Azza. There were 2 players at B, albeit for a moment. They're going to boost Jacob up by the looks of things, and then that'll be Azza rotating away. They decide against that boost. They actually dismantle it over on the CT side almost immediately. And now silence falls once again across Inferno. EG going to slow the pace right down and hope that someone from 100 Thieves makes an error here to give up this man advantage.
Yeah, the hesitation on B was as a re-smoking Banana. You want to leave the smoke, you know, they both had utility, but you want to leave the utility on the player that's playing B rather than the one that's rotating into the heavy stacked bomb site. That is A. And that is the call right now. 40 seconds. Oh no, misread. Flash on B causes his rotation, but he gets away with a kill. And that's more you can ask for. Keeping the advantage here for 100 Thieves. 3-on-2. Molly back on long. Tarek, big kill. Finding Liaz out in the open lane side. Going to go regroup with his teammate on B, knowing that there's got to be another man here. But Jacob, oh, this angle. It is dastardly. It is sneaky, and with 20 seconds, he could stop this entire round in its tracks. He's now hearing the footsteps, tucking in the corner, trying to buy time as he tries to stop this bomb. Oh, big kill.
There's the plant, AWP there on Grat versus the Krieg of Tarek. Now that he knows exactly where Gratisfaction's coming from, interesting play to close the round out there. Gratisfaction, a little bit of a flash for himself, running through the smoke and, well, netting Tarek his 4th kill in that round. Mr. Content, 21-16 with 85 ADR. In a game that has been like a ping pong battle here.
Yeah, I like the flash through the smoke. I mean, I know it's cheesy and of course it doesn't work in any regard, but with an AWP in a one-on-one, when you know Tarek has time to establish a post plant with that CT smoke, it's so hard. You don't know where he's going. You don't know if he's back in Banana. You don't know if he's dark or if he's hiding new box for a tap. There's so many angles you need to clear, and he's already had a long rotate off of A. So try and get the quick kill. Try and play the element of surprise. Doesn't work out, though, and it's broken the money for 100 Thieves. JKS, oh my God, there's a molly to his left. He's walking into it between 2 flames. Yeah, it looked like he was escaping it, but I didn't even realize he was walking into another one. Somehow gets away with a kill. He'll take it.
One and done.
Oh, no. Oh. Jacob, he was checking for contact and then looked away right as they came round. He doubles back, he gets a kill, but it's traded. And it's these B contact plays for EG that have been so good, man. 100 Thieves, not expecting them and getting completely bamboozled. They might even have to save.
Yeah, 3 Famuses left for the retake, and it's just not going to happen. This is a horrible round to have to give over to your opponent on your map pick. You give up map point, you hold on to 3 Famuses, which is just disgusting in and of itself. And this little family have got to back on out of the round. 15th now on the board. EG starting to steamroll ahead. They've been in complete control since getting onto this T side. 100 Thieves only managing to muster 2 rounds thus far. Considering it was at 9-6 half, this is quite the turnaround from Evil Geniuses. And this is kind of, you know, like a bit of a reoccurring theme for 100 Thieves on Inferno now. You know, you think back to Katowice when they lost this map 3 times in a row. A lot of these games, you know, were in overtime. They were down to the wire. They were close. And 100 Thieves just weren't quite able to see it across the finish line. Well, that ugly beast has reared its head once again. And it's the same problem here for 100 Thieves. And yeah, you got to imagine that's how you end up getting in your own head as well, right? When little tendencies like this, like big leads slipping away from you on a map that used to be a comfortable one for you, start to creep up more and more. You know, it's almost like the more you believe it, the more you kind of start to see it come to life in the server. They need 4 in a row to take this to overtime, and Liaz has just been dunked down low, spammed by Breezy. He looked to accelerate the pace, looked to continue, and does actually get shut down. The man advantage regained now for 100 Thieves, and for EG, it's back to the B play.
Oh, that flash is good, but actually you see Azza hangs around in mid as the smoke fades, and he spots that there's no one there in middle. With that information, they should rotate towards B, but they're hanging around because EG have gone quiet. EG have been playing quiet all game long. These contact plays into B, once again, could net them the money. Sir, creeping through the smoke, the flick almost hit. You usually expect him to land that shot, so now his team have to make up for it. Fast play from Ethan lands correctly, but JKS trades, and the molly makes him burn in the pool. It's just Cirque now alone, 1 on 3.
Fire bringing 100 Thieves lifeline in this map back onto the table. So they put a 12th round on the board there. That got really dirty around the time Evil Geniuses tried to get into the bomb site. Molotovs galore. And really, when you're fighting in those Molotovs, it's only, you know, a matter of time. You take 1 hit from the opponent, you get, you know, the rest of your damage from the Molotov, and that's it. That's all she wrote.
Pool's closed.
Yeah, all around the world.
Bang, bang. 15-12, though. Still a chance for OT, Trace. We wanted extra rounds. We wanted all the bonus rounds, and we might just get them if 100 Thieves can piece together a few more on this CT side. They've got to double up now. They've got 3 in the entire half so far. Jacob, good start in aggression, but landing none of the shots behind it. Stands somehow, some way, still alive and chasing.
I love that decision. He knows that Jacob believed that that close corner was clear, and somehow the trade doesn't come in from JKS. He only gets away with a dink, gets found through the smoke. Stanislaw's doubled up with just 1 point of health, and this B bomb site is open for business. EG, they're going to get that bomb planted 3 on 5. This cannot be how it all falls apart for 100 Thieves. This was a partial buy from EG. Just pistols and armor. That's all they had to work with, and Breezy shutting down another. This gap is tiny, and he's still doing damage. That's the round. That's the map. EG take it. They move 1-0 up in this series, taking the map pick of 100 Thieves out from underneath their nose. It was a 9-6 half that ends 16-12 in favor of the NA boys. Join us after a quick break where we'll try and break this one down before we get into that second map.